Okay, another day, another attempt of doing LeetCode. So I changed my network settings a bit. I'm doing like a hardwired internet now, so hopefully that means that the quality is going to be better because I saw like a lot of issues last time. I think my like Twitch stream broke like 4 times. So yeah. Okay. What do I need to do? So the quick kind of like recap what I'm doing is that like after years, I don't know, when did I first like start coding? Probably like almost 20 years now, a bit more. So I never did kind of like lead code. I did something similar when I was just like learning how to code. We were like doing um, I don't know, like Turbo Pascal and all that stuff. There were like kind of like similar tasks. I remember a lot of like the math stuff that we would do there, which I wasn't like super excited about, but yeah, just just was a thing that we could do. But yeah, I was like always kind of like ignoring that part of the interviews and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It's not like I'm going to learn I don't know, like a new framework or something. Felt like a felt like a thing that uh might get used now that like more people use like automated interviews and all that stuff. Which is where kind of like the chat GPT stuff comes in. So what I'm trying is it like I'm trying to create this like session with ChatGPT where I can emulate kind of like hints or whatever that like the interviewer would have. But yeah, don't kind of like run the code, but actually like talk to the thing the same way as I would like talk with a person. Yeah. So the goal isn't to do the most lead code, do the most numbers or whatever. The goal is to kind of like do as little as possible, but get my like interviewing skills better. Okay, so with that, um, we're going to just like pick a random one. I'm focusing on like easies right now because I feel like my biggest kind of like challenges are just about the process and about like stupid typos. So just it just feels better just to do like easy ones. I do need to figure out how I can get to like medium and hard stuff because it is I don't have like enough patience to do the whole thing. But my biggest kind of like issue so far is that I think it's just like how slow I'm solving them. So yeah, I need to figure out something with the speed and stuff. So anyway, I'm going to just like pick a random one, hope that it's going to be easy, and yeah, I don't know if they're sorted or whatever. What are pandas? Yeah, I don't know. Resorting, math, dynamic programming. I heard that like dynamic programming is too scary to do in the interview. So yeah, I don't really know what it is, but how do I yeah, I don't know. I think I had filter. Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's doing anything. Yeah, so let's say like let's find the easy ones and yeah. I saw the other binary tree one and I was like, oh no, I don't want to do that. Okay. Let's see this one. Uh, MySQL. Why is it always MySQL? Should I do the MySQL ones? I don't. I never seen that as a part of the interview. So it feels like it's not going to be anything. Valid anagram. Okay, I think that's a very popular one. Okay, so let's copy it over to Chat GPTs. Let's start the timer and let's go. Okay, given two strings s and t, return true if t is an anagram. Okay, why do you need s? I don't get it. Oh, if the t is an anagram of s. Okay. What if the input contains Unicode characters? How would you adopt a solution for such case? Okay, that's interesting. I guess it's not part of the question though. Okay. Oh, okay. So this one feels like something that I can actually do in like a reasonable time. So let's say 0 and I is less than s lan good I plus plus. So my idea is that if si is not equal to should probably have like n as a constant, right? So it's like n minus I. Okay, if I is 0, I think it's minus 1 minus I. So when I is n minus 1, it's going to be 0. Okay. So if they are not equal, return false. Otherwise, return true. I don't know what should happen with the empty string example, but let's say that it's that. Okay. 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 So okay. Hosted by my own petard again. Solved like a different task from the one that was asked. Okay. Okay. Let's actually do it for real, right? So the real algorithm is that yeah, okay. I couldn't one shot it, so let's do it for real. So the real way of solving it is that I need to get a few examples, kind of like get through them, kind of like manually, asking like, hey, do I understand the thing correctly and all that stuff, and kind of like go through the algorithm. Okay, so if I have anagram, how would I solve is this is an anagram? I would be solving it by yeah, I think probably the easiest way of doing it is that if I can sort it, right? So it's like a how many A does the anagram has? Like three A's, N, G, N, M, R, right? And this one is presumably the same one, right? Right. So if I sort both arrays, both strings, right? If I sort them, I can just compare the strings. That will be the n log n. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to drop the I'm going to drop the wrong one. So I'm going to say it looks like I can just sort strings and see if the sorted strings are equal. So Okay, so let's see. This is a reasonable starting point. Sorting works, but sorting has a cost. Right. Okay, makes sense. So now, what is the next step from the brute force, right? That's going to be uh kind of like, what am I doing when I'm comparing this, right? I have characters, and I'm just like counting how many I have. So if I keep track of all the characters that I have in the first one, yeah, okay. So let's say when I see this one, I'm going to say like a equals 1. For the other one, I'm going to say n equals 1. Then on the next step, I'm going to say a equals 1, n equals 1. And for this one, a equals 1, uh, n equals 1, right? So I'm counting all the characters, and uh, once I'm done, I need to go through all the keys of the hash map and compare if the numbers are the same. Right. So this could be done in linear time, and comparing two hash maps. Is there like a trick? Um, Interesting. So instead of this, I can go through just one of them, right? So like start with this, the next step is this, and then the third one, and so on. But then do the run through the second one and decrement. Yeah, I was still. Okay. Yeah, it's still tricky to count the thing. Okay, so yeah, okay, so without sorting it, I can store in a set. Okay, how do I do it? So I can go over uh, the first string, put each. Yeah, I was thinking the set, but in set wouldn't be unique. It would have to be like A1. Okay. Hmm. It shouldn't be a set. It should be just array. But then I'm filtering it. Okay. I think. Yeah. Okay. I think if I get it to like when I'm decrementing stuff, if I have like 0, I should just like remove it from the array, from the hash map. And then if the hash map has 0 keys in the end, I know that it's the same. Okay, that feels like it should do it. I got some comment 5 minutes ago. Sorry, I didn't see it. I want to start learning how to code. From where should I start, and what should I learn first? Okay. I'm going to like write down my time. Um, so it depends what you kind of like want to do with code, I would say. So uh, the how do I say it? The way that I started to code is that I just kind of like have it. Had like computer, had like a environment and whatnot, and I was just like building things, right? So I was like, oh, I could build this thing, I could build that thing. So like coding was never like a, I don't know, goal by itself or whatever. It was like, oh, I want to build this thing. How do I do that? Oh, I can do use like this tool, right? Like I don't know, use Excel, or I can write software. So it was kind of like the same the same thing, right? Just do whatever until you get the thing that you want to do. So uh, yeah, so you can just do that, right? You can just build things, and this is how it also easier to kind of like see what you're worth or whatever, right? Because it's like, well, I already built this, and that, and it's like, if they want to hire you, you can show like what you built. Um, yeah, a lot of people like search for. They have a goal of like, oh, programmers make a lot of money. I just want to make like a career into programming, right? And for that, I usually recommend is like just go to like job boards, just see what are the like the entry level ones, right, that require like a year of experience or whatnot, and just like we want, I don't know, like TypeScript, React, and Tailwind, and just like go and learn those, right? Look at the popular job posting, write kind of like a resume that would hit all of those things, right? And it's like kind of like a fake resume, right? It's like build this thing with React. And it's like, okay, well, you know what you need to do. You need to make your fake resume not fake anymore, right? So like you need to build this thing with React. You need to build this thing with like some other thing, right? It's like I don't know, like if you need embedded, it's like we are using like this particular compiler, or we're using like this particular, I don't know, like Arduino, or like whatever the platform is, or like iOS, Android, right? Whatever you feel like the people are hiring for, just write a fake resume and just learn those things and do those things until that fake resume is no longer fake. And yeah, um, there's like a kind of like with the internet and all that stuff. There's like a new kind of like way of approaching these things with, I don't know, just like all the communities and stuff, that allow you to have, I don't know, just like community of people learning this or doing that, and yeah, I don't know, join that community and do the things that they're doing. That would be my advice. Okay, rant ends. So let's say, yeah, so let's say that I have this idea, and the idea is going to be, um, I can go over the first thing, put, um, and every time I see a character, I should get like the whisper thing where I can like type as my voice. Can I actually do that? I want to go over the first string, and every time I see a character, I'm going to save it in the hash map. So when I see the value for the first time, I'm going to say a equals 1. If I see it for the second time, I'm going to increment it a2. Then when I'm going to go through the second string, I'm going to find the characters and decrement it. And in the end, I'm going to check if all the values in the hash map have uh, non-zero values, then it's not an anagram. And if all of them are zeros, then it's an anagram. Okay, let's see if that worked. Okay, not going to not going to spell check it, but let's see. This is closer. Okay. Yeah, but you mentioned incrementing a scale while going through a second. Are you sure this you want? Please refine your approach. When okay, let's try again. When going through the second string, I'm going to decrement. So every time I see a letter, I'm going to make it less. So if I see a 3 times in the first string, when I see it for the first time, I'm going to decrement it to 2. So this way, if I see the same character the same amount of time, it's going to be 0. Okay, let's see. Was there a typo or something when I was doing it? Good. Let's write. Okay. Let's keep it clean and efficient. Okay. Um, ignore all the other stuff. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Okay, so const n equals as len, then const map equals new map string number, then for I starting from 0, then increment I. For the first run that we're going to go, we're going to say I actually don't know how to. Yeah, it's a string, so okay. Let's say that it's like s array is s split like this, and then it's t array going to be t split. There are like other ways of moving through strings, but I'm probably just going to keep this one. Okay, so now the character is s array I, and then we are going to say that old value is getting map get character or 0, and then map set character old plus 1. Then this is a risky move. When I copy paste, I usually like forget to update stuff. So I should be fine. Character is t now. So we got old and we decremented by 1. And here I can say if map size, yeah, it's not going to be map size. Yeah, so the trick here is that if const new value, new count, I guess, new count is this. If new count, so if new count is 0, then I think it's remove. I don't remember the syntax. Yeah, I also don't remember if the size is the right thing. This is probably where I would say like, hey, can I like ask you about the syntax, or can I can I find it? Can I find it somehow? Okay, so let's say we have this like m map. So m size is okay. M size is the right one, and remove, not remove. Set is there, but is it delete? Okay, so it's delete. Okay, so let's try that. Let's say it's 22, 24. Okay, I'm still going like very slow. I don't really know how to fix it though. Okay, so need to get rid of all this stuff. Okay, This is close, but incomplete. Oh, interesting. Answer the following. What happens if S and T are different length? Right, so for that one, I can actually just say, oh, interesting. Also, my N and my S potentially like different, right? So like I should be doing this. Okay. Yeah. So I guess if N not equals the array line, return false. Okay. Uh, what will evaluate? Right. So I forgot to do. Oh, this is so annoying. I was like I was doing it too quickly and I forgot to say, yeah. So if the map size is 0, then it is anagram. Okay. Why are you using split when it's writing over a string? Yeah. Well, that one is a tricky one because maybe I shouldn't. Now it handles different length and proper boolean. One thing, why are you using split? Yeah. Yeah. I think I was trying to answer like this thing, right? It's like, what if the input is Unicode, right? Is it like, well, then I just use a different kind of like split here, and then I don't have to change my algorithm. But if I do the instead of this, I just use S, then it's um, not as simple. Okay, so let's try this, and let's try this. Okay, going to be happy about this one. Very close. I forgot to update it. Okay. This is so annoying. Yeah. I think I should not be that trigger happy to send it to ChatGPT. Okay. This solution is correct. And it also gave me the numbers instead of asking them. That's crazy. Okay. Right. Let's move the follow up. Okay. I don't wanna move the follow up. Let's try to actually run it. Okay. And let's try to submit. Yep. Yep. Oh, interesting that there are like two humps. Interesting. I don't know what that says. Maybe it's all the people who do the who do split and how don't do it. Okay. Let's look at the solutions. Uh, 4 solutions. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. First solution is counter. Okay. It's not going to work though. Yeah, okay. So creating counter. Next, we iterate through all characters in the string. Reduce it by 1. Okay. Right. So what are the other solutions? Count characters. Check characters. Loop through each character in the string T. Okay. Involves using ASCII values. Okay. Okay. I don't get it. What's the point of converting it to? Oh, so you have array. Right, so instead of having a hash map, you're creating an array and like you're incrementing. Yeah, but it's going to be, yeah. I guess maybe like arrays are a bit faster. Okay, I'm hearing like a bit of like a click um, with my microphone. So I also like using like a different device now for for my headphones because they were like getting noisier. Okay, so how do I test that clicking? Test, 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 test. Okay, so it's my noise gate. Why are you clicking? Okay, test, 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 test. Okay, if I move it higher, test, 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 test. Okay, so it's my noise gate. I like having noise gate because it like goes completely to zero if you don't say anything. Test, test. Yeah. Okay. Uh. Okay, I'm going to turn it off for now. I have like different ones. So maybe different ones are click click. Yeah, I'm still hearing the other ones. Okay. Yeah, but this one's fine. Okay. I guess I'm getting rid of the noise gate. It is like pretty annoying. The clicking. Okay. Yeah, so didn't like the second solution. I actually was thinking about that. But I think like by using the delete and the size, I think I didn't have to do the JSON stringify. But yeah, that is a solution that came to my mind. Okay. So in conclusion, uh, I didn't understand the task. I went too quickly. I had a bunch of typos, and I was doing the wrong thing, and I was very slow. Okay, so so far the results are exactly the same as everything else. Well, yeah, yep. I think my internet is working better without Wi-Fi though, so at least some progress there. Okay, so pick one. Okay, reversed linked list. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. Let's try it. So I'm going to start with a prompt again. Going to send it. Going to send this. Why is it not selected? Okay. I'm going to ignore the follow-up because I'm not going to do it anyway. Okay. There's something with selection on this darn website. Okay. Okay. So let's write down the time, 23:34. Given the head of the singly linked list, reverse the list and return the reversed list. Okay. I did our link before, should be good with linked lists. Example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, output 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Oh, so like I'm getting it as a as an object. Okay. And we tested before that like it's going to be like a global thing. Okay. The number of nodes in the range is blah blah blah. Okay. So let's go over the example. So let's start with this one. So if I have had that has value of 1, and then I have the next one and it has value of 2, and the tail is null, right? How do I output the 2 1? Oh, I should be creating new linked list. Okay, so the tricky part is probably creating the last one, right? So if I create, so if I have this like previous value, and I'm going to set had wait okay, so the output of the list is okay, so had is like this object that has a link to this. Now the what I'm returning should be like a new list node. Does it have to be new? It doesn't have to be new, right? If I return the same node that had like a null before, I just need to make sure that like instead of this null, right? So like if I take head and I assign next to kind of like the 1 null, right? Then I just return head. Okay, it's going to be complicated with the naming. Okay, so right, so when I see the first one, okay, so I know that the first thing that I need to do is I need to take like the value is fine. What I need to do is once I see the first one, I should set the next of it to null. And I guess like let. So let current one to be head.next. Then I reset next of the head. And I go yeah, I'm going to be like so confused with the naming. I take the so once I do this, like I'm going to reset that like the 1 is going to be the last one. But where I got null is kind of like the previous one. So I start with previous being null. Then I get the card. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? I need to figure out the names. Okay, I'm just going to say like this is A, this is B. So this is A. The next thing I need to do is I need to take C and call it head. Okay. Okay, I'm going to lose it with the naming. Okay, I need to take, I need to go through examples again. Okay, so I had like 3 elements. So let's say 1, 2, 3. Right. So the first element is 1 and pointer to 2. The next one is 2 and pointer to 3. The other one is 3 and null. Right. So what I need to do is that the first one, I need to take the first one and set it to null. So now I have the pointer to 2, right? And I'm using that pointer to set null to pointer to 1. Then I take this pointer that I had, and that allows me to go to the next one, and that's going to be 3 and pointer to 2. Okay, so like I know that the solution is going to be like a kind of like a one-liner. It's just naming everything correctly is going to be annoying. Okay, so I don't even know how to express this to send it to ChatGPT, but I'm going to try. Okay, so it looks like what I need to do is that when I get the first element in the linked list, I know that it's going to be the last. So I need to set next field on it to null. And I need to go to the next element in the list, which was the previous value of the next field. And I know that that one is going to be the second one. So it's going to point to the one that I just had. And I can find the next element in the list to change, because that what was the second one dot next the value of. So I need to go to the last one. Once I'm on the last one, so the last one dot next, the value is null. I'm going to set that. I know that I need to stop there, and I'm just going to set it to the previous one, and that's going to reverse the list. Okay, let's see if that worked. Also, let's see if that explanation made any sense. Okay, it actually did work. Like I didn't remove my like previous thing. So this answer you're using through pointer recursion approach, which is good. However, informal and unclear in terms of variable tracking. Can you please describe the plan more precisely using variable names and clear loop invariant? Okay. So how would I describe this in some sort of pseudocode, right? So the two things that I'm thinking is that it's the pointer to the next one and the pointer to the previous one. Yeah, and this is the part that gets annoying. Okay, so I need to save the what am I doing here? So like when I'm here, this thing is the thing that's going to be previous. But what is this then? This is what is actually previous. So how do I name this? So let's say that this one is current, and the current is null at first. Then my algorithm is, yeah, this is this is so annoying. Okay, let's say that this one is previous. So then the current is head, and in my loop it's like while current dot next is not null. What I want to do is I want to take this is so annoying. It's so upsetting because like the solution is so simple, but it requires so much detail that like I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me to do the detail. Okay, so so when I'm at number 2, okay, let's say that number 2 points to 3, right? Number 2 is 2. Number 2 should point to 1. Okay. So if I'm in the middle here, so I can call this one is like next to iterate. So, and this one is, let's say this one is current and this one is previous. Okay, let's try with those names. Okay, so in the middle of the loop, what I'm doing is that I need to take next. I need to, for that, I need to take current dot next. Now I need to set current dot next to previous, and after that I can set previous to current, and I can set current to next. Does that sound like what I'm doing? So next, so like if I'm at 2, so next is going to be 3, then current dot next, yeah, so like I'm overriding the pointer, so I'm pointing it to 1. So the new value of the pointer is going to be to 2, so I can do the like this part. So, and I'm setting current to 3, right? So like now current is 3. So now if I run it again, the next is going to be like null. The current, okay, so let's try it. I don't have the I don't have the patience. This is something that I need to figure out. Okay, so while let's say while true, I also need to set the initial conditions, right? So the previous is going to be null. The current is going to be had, not had. What is it? Yeah, had. Okay, so current is going to be had. Yeah, this is easier in Erlang because we don't have for loops. Okay, so we have previous, we have current. What do we need? We need next. Yeah, but the next is going to be set right here. So next is kind of like internal one. Okay, so So this is that. We are reassigning previous and we are reassigning current. And the idea here is that so if current dot next is not equals null, right? Right. So at some point, this one is going to have null. Current is null. Like our job is done. Okay. So let's try this. Again, I should be going like more in detail or what I'm doing. Okay. You're close, but there are a couple of issues. Okay. Why don't I have patience? Why don't I have patience for this? Okay. So I forgot this. And also I forgot to return the thing, right? So I should be saying return I should be returning the very first one, right? So I can say that's like something like this and the return first. Right, so this way, interesting. Yeah, I'm also like not handling if head is null. And I'm also not using recursion, which I might be using, but I think I used it like in another one and it was like, why are you using recursion? Like do the hard way. Okay. Anyway, so I think what I should be doing is like if head is null, then return null, and otherwise do all of this stuff. So let's try that. You're correct partially. Okay, instead of you almost correct, yeah, now I'm correct partially. Okay. Frist. Okay, it's a typo again. Great. So let me just edit the typo. Okay. Okay. So let's listen at the feedback, I guess, right? I know that I failed. You're still returning original head, which now points backwards or to null. It's no longer the head of reversed list. Right. Oh, interesting. So I should be returning. Oh, I should be returning 3. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I just didn't get that one. I thought I was smart. Okay. So let's try that. I'm missing a reversal of the final node. Interesting. Is that because of this condition? Because the way that I was thinking is that this one should be like while true, and I should be like if current next is equals to null, then break. Yeah, but like I'm thinking about it as like, hey, here's the code that I can change, and if I run it, it might return the right value, which is not the LeetCode of approaching it, which is annoying. You're still not reverting the next pointer to final node, and if you code a node, the loop ends before. Right. You need to handle that. Okay. So your loop will now throw a runtime error if current becomes null before you're accessing current null. Oh, interesting. Right. So I should be checking if current is null, not if current next is null. Is that again? Yeah. Again, I'm thinking about it as like a code that I can run. You're currently reversing all the links, but you're returning car, which is null. The correct new head of the reversed list is the last non-null, which is stored in prev. Okay, right. So if I run it long enough to get car to null, I don't have the right thing. Okay. Well, yeah. Yeah. I'm starting to get like upset that because I'm because my issues are all the same no matter what the task I'm solving, it feels a bit pointless to do it over and over again and get the same result. Yeah. Okay. You're reversing correctly, returning, blah blah blah. Okay, and it's 23:56. Yeah, and I'm still slow at it, right? So it was half an hour for an easy one. Well, I guess it's 20 minutes. So maybe I'm beats 100%. Sure. Sure, buddy. Sure. Okay. What about the solutions? 0 milliseconds. Yeah, sure. Why don't they just like make arrays longer so it's like it's not returning the 0 milliseconds? Okay. Uh, yeah. Well, I guess like how are they approaching it? Use 2 pointers. Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess like the current and the previous. Oh, actually, I got starts at head, starts at null. Okay, I ended up being on the right track. Store. Oh, but they also have temp. Okay, that's interesting. And mine is next, right? So like they're calling theirs temp. Okay. Store current next in temp. Reverse current next to point to previous. Move previous to the current and current to the temp. Repeat until car is null. Previous becomes the, okay. So I got it. I got it exactly. Yeah. Where's the code? Are they allowed to do the recursion? Java. All right. So previous. Yeah. Where are they copying this from? this is this is like annoying. This whole like karma gaming. Wild car. Yeah. This was should probably move here. I wonder if I move it here, if I can break out of this one as well, right? Let's try this. The code is broken. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to try it anymore. Okay. Why is it broken though? While null means the body only runs when list is empty. Right. Okay, so if I have car not equals null, is that there? Clean automatic and fully correct. Oh, wow. Getting fully automatic and fully correct from this. Okay. I'm trying to figure out my time, if I want to like spend more time in this, or should I give up and do something a bit more interesting. Okay. Yeah, so I was doing this, right? So the car is not equals to null, then I don't need this break. I need to remember to reverse it though, which is tricky for me, but like I don't need that, like that other thing anymore, right? So does it run? It does. Does it make it 0 milliseconds? Yes, it does. Marvelous. Right. And constant space and linear time. Sure. Okay. So let's try. Yeah, let me know if you need ready. If you're ready for your next question. Okay. Let's try again. Triangle judgment. SQL again. Okay. Two-dimensional arrays. That's interesting. Um, I feel like that will take a while. Okay, maybe I will go through the examples, but like don't actually code it or something like that. Okay, so let's say that we are 0, 1. Okay, you're given an image represented by a grid, where I have two-dimensional array with pixel value of the image. You're given the 3 integers and a color. Your task is to perform a flood fill on an image, starting from a pixel. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's the closest to real world we've got from LeetCode so far. Okay, so begin with the starting pixel and change its color to color. Perform the same process for each pixel that is directly adjacent, either horizontally or vertically, but like not diagonally, I guess. Keep repeating this process. Okay. The process stops when there are no more adjacent pixels of the original color to update. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. This one is actually like interesting to solve. Okay, so we take all the things of that color and trying to find the like the I don't know the thing that's touching. Okay. Um. Yeah. Yeah. So it feels like. Oh yeah, I didn't send the. I didn't send the thing. Okay. I need new chat. I need the prompt, and I need the task. Okay. Okay. So example 2 0 0 0 0. The output is 0. Okay, that's funny. Okay, so there's a special case where if the color is already the same, we can stop. Okay. Um, okay, so in my pseudocode, that would be probably like the first thing that I would check, right? If I don't know, current color is image srsc if current color equals color, return image, right? So that would be the first thing. So the second thing is that the thing that I'm thinking about is that when I do thing, okay, let's imagine that I have like this, like 0, 0, like 1, 1 thing. If I'm starting to do this one, and I want to like to turn it into color 2, that's fine. And like I know that the next one is this one, right? But what if I started with what if I started with something like 2 here, right? Like when I'm here, how do I know that like from this 2 I should be moving forward, but this 2 is fine? Yeah. So it almost like when I start feeling stuff out, I want to kind of like mark all of it with like -1, and then go and replace -1 with like 2. So I don't know if that yeah, I don't know if that's a good way of thinking about it. Okay, so I'm good to say, let's say I have something like this, and then fill color fill is done at 1, 1 with color 2. The first step would be this, but if I started with this and do the same fill when I'm at 1, 2, it's hard to figure out which 2 I should be filling from. So maybe I need to do this in 2 passes where I do star and fill everything with star first, and then replace star with 2 as a separate step. Okay, let's see how much how much yelling the AI was going to do. This is an unreasonable observation for possible direction. However, I'm expecting solution that completes this task in a single pass without needing placeholder. Please continue with approach that avoids using intermediate markets. Yeah. All of my like solutions that get the answer faster is like, how do I get the smallest amount of change to my code so I get something working? It's like, don't worry about that. Like we don't do that at LeetCode. Okay, this is annoying. Okay, so Yeah. So I think this I should probably like just like type it up. So that puts me in a position where I think I should just have a temporary array where I store cells that I need to change instead of editing the original field and adding stars to it. Yeah, I don't know if that's like if that's the same thing, but I'd like you to optimize further. You're allowed to mutate the original array directly. I expect an in-place solution with no additional arrays. That's interesting. This is I can't understand this. Okay. I'm going to ignore that whole line of thinking and I'm going to just start with what I'm thinking. Okay. So once I start filling stuff in and I'm like, here's the 2. That's a first step. But on the next step, I'm going to have it spread out. How do I keep track of which one am I changing? Uh, and am I allowed to use recursion? Am I allowed to use recursion? Yes, recursion is allowed. Just keep in mind the input size. So stack overflow is not a concern here. Oh, that's interesting. So they're thinking that the stack overflow is not a concern because if I do single paths, I don't have to. I'm not worried of like going to the same thing twice. Okay. Right. Constraints. And yeah, okay. So it's 50 by 50, which is 250 cells. Uh, colors are in normal range, and the thing is inside the array. That's fine. Okay, so okay, if you can do recursion, then that makes it easier to track where we've been. How am I making sure that like I don't go backwards accidentally? Uh, it should be fine because I'm changing the color, right? So if I have this like 1, 2, 3, 4, well, I guess it's like 1, 1, 2, 2 thing, right? And if I start here, I need to go to both directions, but this one is already 2, so I can just stop. And when I'm doing something like this, where I start from this one and I go to this one, and I'm like, oh, which direction do I go? Uh, like 3 is not equals 1, so I don't have to go there. And 2 is already 2, so I'm not afraid of going kind of like back and forward. Okay. This is Okay, this is getting easier. Yeah, I'm still like I'm still surprised how long it takes for me to go through easies. Anyway, so let's think of this as a recursive thing. So what I need to do a recursive thing? I need to remember the original color, right? So I think this one is important. Is like get the get the current color first, right? And then uh, when I'm doing fill function, I need to send the current color. I need to send the new color, and I'm going to do like 4 fill outs, right? So it's going to be okay. So let's say it's image like SC color, current color. Okay, and I guess it just changes like image in place, so it doesn't need to return anything. It just need to halt, and then we return the image. Okay, yeah, so the plan here is that I'm going to call fill +1, like -1, and then like +1 here, -1 here. Okay. Okay, so my thinking is, if I can use recursion, I need to create this new function fill that is going to change the color at this new place. But before changing it, it will need to check if this color matching the color that we started. So let's say that we had a field that had a bunch of ones, and we're filling 2. So the fill function will check if this cell has color of 1, then it can change it to 2. If it has color that is already 2 or not 1, it should stop. This way we're preventing ourselves of going into the loops, because if another function changed the color to 2, the fill function is going to exit. Okay, let's see how close that is. Okay, you're on the right track. Go ahead and implement fill function. Make sure to yeah. Well, stop stop telling me what to do. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. This is going to be fill function, but it also now takes the okay. Let's keep it as the current color. I don't know if I like this name, but well, that's what we have. So is it going to return anything? I don't think it returns anything. So the conditions are if SR is less than 0. Yeah, I should maybe like pre-calculate the thing. I can also use closures, I guess. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Let's try to use closure. Yeah, so have this function. I need SR and SC, but the color and current color, I already have them. So I'm going to say, oh, I have like multi-color cursor editing. This is so fancy. Okay, so yes. So when I do fill, if the value is less than 0, or if this value is less than 0, or if this is where I can use closure, right? I can say that n is, yeah, so it's like this. Oh, they called it m. Okay, so m is this, and n is image 0 dot len. Okay, this could be undefined, which is not great for me, but they're saying that it's at least 1. Okay, then it's fine. So we can say like per constraints. I don't know if the the TypeScript is going to be as happy with that as I'm going to be. Okay, so and if SR is greater than which one is it? Is it M? Yeah, SRM. Okay, or SR is equals. Oh, is it this? Yeah. And oh, I'm getting some comments. Okay, that's not for me. Good. Okay. So I'm also getting. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so yeah, so this is a condition where we just want to return because it's like, well, we're out of bounds now. The other thing that we want to try is that we want to get the image SRSC, right? So that's the color that the thing is currently in. So, and if that color is not current color, we also return because it doesn't do anything. So then, right. So then, if we are there, we can change this thing to color and do this whole kind of like song condense here. Okay, and we start with fill SRSC. Okay, let's send it the ChatGPT way. But what I should be doing here is that I need to be testing stupid stuff. So it's like, are all of my like variables named the same and all that stuff? And I should be going through kind of like examples and thinking through what the values are, which is annoying. Compilers are better at this, you would think. There is also a chance of me like messing the indices around and doing like SR and SC the other way around, but I have a lot of like I had a lot of kind of like examples here, right? So like SR is M, right? So that's why we're like, oh, well, here's your example, right? I did change SR here and M, right? But like here, I should be doing SC and N, and I didn't. Yeah, which is an annoying part. Okay. Also, I don't know if it matters which order I'm doing all this stuff. I feel like it shouldn't matter, but I need to check if this condition is enough, right? So if C is not current color, right? So like 1. So this should be 1. So if the color that I'm trying to fill in is not 1, breakout. Yeah. Okay. It feels like this should be kind of like good enough, but I don't know. Let me resubmit this. Okay, so checking the stupid stuff. M N fill SR SC fill. Okay, returning image to make that like the same type. We're changing it in place here. Right. Okay, actually, yeah. So what is the order, right? So like the current color is going to be 1. So when I'm going to call this for like 1 1, the C is going to be 1. So if 1 is not equals to 1, return. Yes, the other way of writing it. This is again, this is like, I'm making it look more like a production code, which is, this is not, this is LeetCode. Okay. Right, so, but I can't do this, right? Because otherwise I'm going to be backtracking. So in terms of order, I think it's all fine. This is almost correct. Okay. I hate this. I hate this so much. Okay, let me try the latest version. It's like I never seen so many euphemisms for this. This almost should work as I as I got like trying to do this LeetCode thing. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so let's try to read what it says. Still haven't handled for color equals current color case. Okay. So if the color is, oh yeah, I actually had that condition, right? Oh, I'm dropping my my connection again. Well, that's not good. No, not very good. Yeah, I already dropped it like twice. Oh no, just once? No, I didn't drop it. Okay. Uh, yeah, and showing bitrate here is fine. It's just YouTube got a hiccup. Okay. Well, that's not great. Um, okay. Anyway, yeah. So I'm not handling the, and this is, yeah, this is again an example of like, well, if only I was a bit more, if only I paid a bit more attention to what is going on. Okay. Uh, okay. You placed if current color. Oh, right. Okay. So like this. That's correct. Okay. This is clean, in place, recursive, with a proper base case handling the guard, efficient, and within problem constraints. Okay. Let's see what LeetCode thinks about that. Okay, accepted this standard thing. And judging. Runtime 100. Okay. Well, Good. Okay. So the question of the space and time and all that stuff. Okay. Okay. At least I'm doing easies in less than less than half an hour. Okay. So the question of complexity and stuff. So worst case scenario, I'm going through each cell. So that means it's going to be like the number of cells. But because I'm going to be calling like this thing every time I'm like here, I'm going to make a step, right? So like on the next step, I'm going to take like 4 dots, and from those 4 dots, I'm going to go into like 4 directions. So it's going to be like 16, and 4 of them are going to be going back to the thing where I started. So yeah, so that means that like when I'm doing the yeah, so it on every step 1/4 of the field calls is going to be like cold but like do nothing. So it's probably like safe to assume that if I have like a 10 by 10 thing, which is like 100 cells, in the worst case scenario, I'm probably doing like 150 operations. Yeah. So, and in terms of space, I'm not doing like 2 phases or whatever. So it should be just constant. But I'm going to be using kind of like stack stuff, which is proportional to how deep, right? Like if I want to go from like one end to another, if I'm like in the corner, I need to go this way and that way. So it's like if it's 10 by 10, it's like 20 levels deep in a stack. Uh, right, which is, I guess, square root or something. I have like no idea. Okay. Um, uh, I think this solution can work in uh, linear time and linear space. Time complexity. All of m times n is the worst case, where every pixel is the same as starting color, and m of n worst case due to recursion stack depth. Every cell is visited once, and recursion can be that deep. Spiral, interesting. So if it goes in spiral, oh, interesting. So like I'm almost visiting every one of them. Okay, that's interesting. No visitors or queue, right? Iterative version instead of okay, like would iterative version of this task be considered LeetCode medium or LeetCode hard? It's still considered easy. That's interesting. As long as it mirrors the same logic using queue or stack. Okay. Okay. I don't want to do it. Just show me the code. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so so it's the same thing at the start, and then we have this. Okay, we have stack, and we take stuff from the start. Okay, we start with this first one, so we do the same condition. If okay, then continue. Right, we can't return anymore, so it has to like invert it a bit. Right, so we're pushing stuff to the stack. Yeah, interesting. I never, I never like un folded. I don't know how to say it. I never did like non-recursive versions of this stuff, so like this is all news for me. Yeah, so we're pushing stuff to the stack. So like in some sense it's like, hey, this is the thing that you need to work through. So it's kind of like similar to my like the stars idea, right? But it's just like it is more efficient in terms of you don't need to go through the whole array like to search for stars. Yeah, this is interesting. I think like I had like this, not this, but like I had like a similar task before, and I was like trying to solve it with like a very brute force approach that was like closer to like how I was doing the like the stars thing. And now I'm like, oh, they probably wanted me to like to solve it LeetCode style. This behaves identically to recursive version, but I was using call stack, so it's safer on longer grids if needed. Right. What is the space and time complexity of this? Time complexity is the same. Space complexity, depth first search. Can grow to m by n. Yeah, entire grid will be in stack. Space proportional to the number of fields. Okay. BFS is Q since it tends to grow less deep. Okay. Show me the code for BFS. Okay. Okay, so we have Q. I don't get it. What's the difference? This one does pop and this one does shift. I guess it's like it will make sure that we right, so instead of like spreading, it will go to like one direction, exhaust it, kind of like, and then go to the other direction. Okay, interesting. Same complexity. Yeah, it's just going to like grow slower. Okay, this whole DQ stuff is okay. So this is probably it for today. It's almost like 2 hours, and I don't feel like I have more in me. Um, uh, this one was like at least I don't know, like I could imagine why it's useful, so it wasn't like as depressing to do it. Uh, then uh, then in terms of like typos, not being able to kind of like go through the examples as much. Yeah, like I'm still struggling with that, and like the biggest one is like I'm still struggling with time. I was almost like thinking that maybe I should. I think I heard this term before, like katas or whatever. Is like just pick, I don't know, like three most popular tasks or whatever, and just like do them over and over again until I can just like type it up or like with like a speed of sound. Um, yeah, yeah. What is the like the most popular lead code style questions? Yeah. If I have like top three most asked questions, and every time I try to do this lead code thing, I will like pick one of those three and then to solve like a couple of like other ones, right? So so on the one that I already solved, it should probably be kind of like with enough like variables and typing and all that stuff, kind of like maybe like this size, right? It's just like so that I have enough opportunities to have typos. Maybe even the like the anagram one. I don't remember how big that was. Progress, valid anagram. Yeah, yeah, because of like two arrays. That's why I'm thinking that this like it's chunky, Yeah. So maybe like I should do like the valid anagram one every day until I get it perfectly. Okay. Uh, yeah. What have we learned today? I still hate LeetCode. Yeah. So uh, yeah. Uh, I thought I will have more progress. Like when I was thinking about this whole LeetCode thing, I was like, oh, it will just like take up a couple of hours. I will get in the groove and I'll will be like able to solve them easily. But no, it's like it's so against everything that I stand for that I can't get over it. Okay. Oh yeah. I was going to read the YouTube chat. Um, pick any language of the domain you like. Get comfortable with it, and then start learning technologies around it. Then you will start building stuff. Yeah. And hi, everyone has like such a like complicated usernames. Persnit. I don't know. Should I even try to attempt it to pronounce it? Yeah, there was a question about like how do you kind of like start to learn the code. Yeah, I like started to learn coding uh, before I had a computer, so it was like a funny time. Uh, I want to see your thought process when I was doing 268. Oh, I don't know how I can go to 268. 268. Okay. Can you do it now? Yeah, so I'm actually about to sign off. It's like 1 a.m. for me. But I guess I can read it. Given the array num containing n distinct numbers in the range from 0 to n, okay, return the only number in the range that is missing from the array. Okay, so you know that. Okay, so you know there's like a array of 3 items. Okay. No, you don't know the size of the array. You know that if there's like a you need to know the maximum. Okay. So like if you would have solved it with brute force, you would start with 0. What? No. You would go through array once to find the maximum, and then you would go through array the second time, so you can uh, find the first number that is not in the array. But then how would you know which one is not in the array? Yeah, so my like brute force thing is like too deeply nested. So the question is, how do you calculate all of that stuff all at the same time? Right. So I'm thinking about kind of like having, yeah. So if you have one pointer, not pointer, but like temporary variable accumulator, I guess, right? So if you have one accumulator that is going through, oh, I didn't start the time. 45, I guess. Um, yeah. So I'm not going to read your message because I think you're like going into solution a bit. So I'm going to be. I'm trying to keep my thinking clean. So if I have like one accumulator, I can go and calculate the maximum, but without knowing all the numbers, how would you know if you skipped it, right? So like if you have 1, 2, 3, like 5, and it's like, well, um, if I'm running, if I keep running and saying like maximum is 1, maximum is 2, maximum is 3, and it's like, oh, but now it's 5, like I missed 4. So I guess that means if I like sort it first, right, which is like of n log n. So if I sort it first, then I can go and do it in one pass, right? So on a sorted one, each time you compare the two numbers, right? So it's enough to have just like the previous, uh, yeah. If you just have the previous one, and I guess all of them need to start from 0. Yeah. So like if you know that they're starting from 0, if you in a sorted array, if you don't see 1, you're like, welp, 1 is missing. Right? So if I sort it, then I can solve it in linear time. The question is, can I do that somehow, like in one pass? So maybe I could be doing sorting manually, and when I'm doing sorting, I'm like searching if the number is missing. Okay, I want to look at the examples a bit more. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is missing, 9. Okay, so n is the length. This length is like 10 and 4, and all the numbers are less than n. Right. Okay. So everything, yeah, distinct numbers. So everything can only be once. So if I have 3 elements, okay, this one is confusing. If I have 0 and 1, the 2 is missing. Right. Okay. Okay. So let me read your messages now. I did it with 2 nested loops, but that is not optimal. When do you come live daily? So are you saying the difference is not 1 between 2 adjacent numbers? Yeah, so like the 2 nested loops solution is it like you're counting from like 0 to n, right? And then you're just checking if you're like, hey, is 0 in the array? No, it's not there. Well, then it's not there. Actually, yeah. Solution to LeetCode is always the hash map. Right? So if you go through array twice, on the first run, when you go through array, you store the map of like n true, something like that. Then when you go the second time, you go from, yeah, so this one is like, so this one goes through, okay, let me like pseudocode it. So like for value of nums, right? I guess let me use the syntax. So it's like map set. I guess it could be like set add v, right? And then I'm doing like for let I from 0 to I is less than nums len. Wait, should be equals, right? Equals len, and then I plus plus. So like if 0 is missing, right? So like if set has I. So if it doesn't have it, then return I. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Okay, so this one is going to be linear, and this one is going to be linear. So it's going to be like O of n. Yeah. So sort and compare with the previous one is the one that solves it in O of n log n. And going through the thing twice and using the set is going to be not string number. Okay, so this is what I would have done it. Okay, let me read your messages now. Yeah, exactly. Hash map will be good. Yeah, like the answer is always hash map. So that's the trick of the LeetCode. Like I never do LeetCode. I know at least that. Okay, I'm not even going to run it. I'm just going to I'm just going to save it. Yeah, everyone is going to be in a suspense until I do the next version where I actually run it. But yeah. Yeah, I think you asked about like when do you stream? I don't stream daily. Actually, like my previous streams, my like previous streams were, yeah, this one is like 6 months ago. This one is like 9 months ago, right? So, like in the last year, I streamed like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so like I streamed like 4 times. So now I'm doing this like LeetCode thing. It's like an easy content because like I don't have to prepare. Usually a lot of this stuff is like I need to like talk to someone, right? So like we can like we can connect until or I need to like do something, all that stuff. The LeetCode ones are like easy, but I also want to get some sort of progress. I want to get kind of like better at this to some sort of extent where I'm like a bit more happy. Yeah, it was fate. I think it also like the keywords because I have the LeetCode in the name, and a lot of like junior developers or like people who are starting, they're like, where do I start? Oh, I should probably start with LeetCode, and that's how they end up in the content kind of like stuff of it. Yeah, there's a guy I like follow on Twitch uh who like for years he just streams LeetCode. Like that's the only thing that he does, and I don't know, like this is so not me. But yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone who kind of like jumped on the stream. Feel free to go back and like watch my like real videos, not LeetCode ones. But yeah, uh, I will probably do more LeetCode stuff until I get some sort of like familiarity with it. So this is this is unfortunately going to be like a series for a bit. But yeah, I really hope I get into a place where I can stop doing this. Okay. Thanks everyone.